Welcome to Childrenafire, the podcast about kids' ways.
And our thoughts about it. And now,
on with the show! There we go. Okay.
Yep, you actually remembered it that time.
Yep. This is our third time starting, so hopefully it'll work.
Because the first time we left the AC in this room on. The second time...
Which is very bad. You never want to have AC on.
It's awful, especially when you're in a coat.
Yep.
Terrible decision, really. No, but it was super loud. And then the second time, Mitch's phone ran out of storage. Yep. 1 minute and 30 seconds in.
Yep.
So
I cleared a lot of it, though.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Thankfully.
So hopefully we should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of my coat, though, if you are a visual listener...
What?
You're watching the video on YouTube.
Oh.
Yep. A visual listener. You will see that we are... Well, you should be able to see that we're recording this.
We are.
As a video.
Yay.
We're gonna do
I think we only ever recorded one other episode.
It was the vlogcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we didn't even post that on Spotify.
No, we did.
We did?
It's on Spotify.
Really?
I think it's our 4th episode.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, it is on Spotify. It's terrible audio quality.
Yeah,
you can hear
really
the grinding of a popcorn machine in the background.
And you coughing.
And me coughing. And you saying, I don't want you dying on my podcast or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Don't want your dying sounds on my podcast.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep, something like that. Anyway.
Anyways.
So, yeah, it's gonna...
Can you believe we've had this podcast the entire time you've been in high school?
That is really weird.
That is really weird. So you have...
We started in
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
And that's when I was...
Yeah, that was the summer
freshie.
before you went to
high school. Off to high school.
Sending him off to high school.
I'm still home.
I'm actually home. I'm sending him off to high school.
Okay, so Mandy, before we continue, I just want to say...
it's gonna get so hot in here really fast.
Yes, it is. But like I said, we can take breaks.
Yes.
And I'll just climb over and pause it.
BT dubs, we gonna be taking breaks. Because it's real hot in here. Because the door's closed. And we ain't got AC.
Yep.
Why? Okay, so I wore this to match you, but you covered it up with a coat.
Well, I might take it off if I get too hot. Which, for the listeners who are just listening, that might sound very weird.
Yeah, okay, so we're both wearing plaid button-downs.
Yep.
Or button-ups, depending on which way you go.
I actually... Which way do you go?
I usually button down.
So do I.
Because I like to, match it, line it up.
Yeah. You don't know if it's wrong.
Yeah, if you button it up, then
Yep.
it's scary. Because what if you look stupid?
I know. Like, what if it's all off?
Yes. Like George Papa Squat. When he wore that America suit.
Was he off by
yes,
buttons?
he was off by a button.
Oh my goodness.
It was so embarrassing. It was like, man. Because when Dad ran for Congress, there was this huge Republican Party meeting where it was like for the entire, 13th district? Is that what it was?
Big district.
Yeah, the whole district. So it was probably like 15 counties. So it was like the entire Republican parties, or at least most of the Republican parties from every single county in that district, all gathered in one room for all the candidates.
Yeah, at least 500 people.
Yeah, it was at least 500. It was huge. It was a big deal for all the candidates. And so this one guy, George Papastrat, but we called him George Papa Squat.
You know we weren't supposed to say names on this podcast?
Oh, shoot.
And I'll say why in just a minute.
Why?
We will continue with your story.
Oh, okay. So anyways... the one guy, he had some very bold opinions, which Dad agreed with and thought were good opinions, but they weren't very traditional Republican Party, super right-wing extremist opinions.
Yeah.
They were a bit more libertarian. And so...
Just got very political all of a sudden.
But don't worry, we're going to bring it back around to something funny.
Yeah.
So he wore this America suit where he had it was like one half. Basically. Yes, it was basically the American flag. Where one half of his blazer was navy blue with stars, and the other half was stripes.
Red and white.
Yeah, red and white stripes, and then his pants matched the same thing. I think I don't remember exactly.
Or they were all flag.
Yeah, either his his suit was stars blue, and his pants were stripes, or I don't remember. Anyways, it was just the flag. So.
Do you want to set that down so you're not?
Yeah, probably. But the thing is, he was off by one button on his blazer, and it was really sad.
And he got up to speak in front of everybody, and he was off by one
button.
And
he was like super confident with it too, and it was like it was really great. Like his speech was great. He wore a bold suit, caught everybody's attention, but then it was
off by one button. That just ruins the whole thing.
It really does.
So moral of this story. Don't
button
be off
down.
Button down, don't button up.
Yes, button down.
All shirts are button downs.
Yes, they're not button ups.
Button up. Actually,
the button ups are polos.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah. You start from the bottom and you kind of work your way
up. Yeah, because why would you
know where it is.
Because why would you button down?
So there is such thing as a button up, but it's not really,
it's really a polo because it's only got like 2 or 3 buttons depending on how fat you are.
Man.
So when buttons? Yeah, I mean, if you're really fat. I've never had
one that's 3.
Well, because you have this one, the collar button.
Yes, that's
and then you have the 2.
No, you didn't.
Really?
I've had
I've
one.
I've seen lots with 2. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I've only worn polos when I was like 10.
Yeah, so
it's been a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one time, Dad was having me list his Facebook Marketplace stuff for him, and
because he was banned.
Yeah, because he was banned from Facebook Marketplace, so he was having me list his stuff for him, and so I listed this little dirt bike, and this guy. So it's like a kid dirt bike. It's like too small for me, and so this guy messages me. No other, like, not what's the lowest you can go, does it run, nothing like that. The first thing he says is, how small is it? And so I'm not going to give him, like, dimensions. So I told him, depends on how big you are. He didn't respond after that. Yeah.
Okay, so what I was going to say was, that previously on the podcast twice we have talked about a digital footprint.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
So I over the summer was working somewhere.
Where? Oh.
You know where it is.
I know where.
Yep.
Why won't you say?
Because those people have found this podcast.
Oh, that makes me angry. How did they do that?
That's what I was wondering. I suspect it was through Instagram.
Oh, yeah, probably, because Instagram tagged you.
Yes.
Or Childrenafire tagged you in a couple of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then they were like, what is this?
One of them said they were going to go buy a shirt.
What?
Which they never did. I've checked the orders every once in a while. Never did. Yeah, why would you be hoof about that? Those are cool shirts.
I mean, they are. So one thing that I really like about the Acts 1:8 one is that anybody can wear that, and it's not like it's specific to
Kids Ablaze.
It's purely because we've done that verse for the past always.
Always.
Yeah.
Well, the Bible hasn't changed in the past 20 years.
That's fair. It shouldn't.
So you need to change your verse.
Yeah. I mean, but like sometimes, if you find one that fits better for that specific thing.
If you've been doing a bad job with your verses.
Yeah, if you've been doing a bad job with your verses, and you're like, oh boy, I've been teaching blasphemy, then you might want to change it.
Speaking of which, there's a lot of that on Instagram. There's so much.
Blasphemy?
Yes.
What do you mean?
There was like one, anyway, I don't, like.
What's this episode supposed to be about?
It's supposed to be our favorite, like, Kids Boys memories.
Okay, well,
we'll get to that after I say that there was this girl who was making a non-satirical video about how it was impossible to sin.
What?
Because if you really loved God,
I saw that one.
Your intentions wouldn't go against Him, and it's impossible for all of your heart to go against God.
What about the fall?
I know it doesn't make any sense, and okay,
I can
understand the saving part of God just gets like thrown out the window when you.
Well, so I can understand that when you are truly saved, you are not completely corrupted anymore.
Yes, you're forgiven, and
you're forgiven, and there should be a part of you that still, like, the Holy Spirit is now in your conscience, and He's now guiding you. And so there should be a part of you that wants to do what God says, but there is still going to be a part of you that's still a sinful human being.
Yes, your sin nature.
Also, by the way, What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh, I have an ear infection.
Yes,
2 of them.
so if she starts crying...
yes, if I start crying,
it's either because it's the last episode or she's got an ear infection.
Yeah, and I forgot my medicine, because I took it earlier.
Were you gonna take it on the podcast?
I mean, I probably
Pop some pills on the pod?
Well, no, I don't need to till dinner time, and it's not dinner time.
It's not dinner time. You don't need to know what time it is, though.
Yeah. It could be 6 a.m. We're not waking up that early to film a podcast.
No,
I mean, some people do, but not us.
They?
Yeah. Like the morning podcasts. Like where they live do it.
I could never.
No, I could not.
No.
It's like a radio. Okay, I've never understood. So radio hosts have to be at work at like 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the heck?
Miss
Shelley. Miss Shelley, have you ever had to be at work at 3 a.m.? I don't know if you watch this, but have you ever
I'd be sort of surprised if she did.
I would only be semi-surprised.
Semi-surprised?
Semi-surprised.
It's also our last episode, so who knows what's gonna watch?
Yeah,
who's gonna watch
that's
it.
fair. That's fair.
You want to know something funny?
What?
So there was we took.
I don't know why I felt the need to do that.
Yeah, neither do I.
Alright, continue with your funny
It's not even funny. I just said you want to know something funny.
That's why I laughed, because I knew it wasn't going to be funny.
Okay, that's enough.
So, I was pre-laughing.
We had one episode.
Make you feel better.
We had one episode come out in 2023.
Really?
Yes, only one. And that's our most listened to episode.
Really?
Yes, because there was like such a long break before we came out with another.
Yeah.
Like people just kept listening to that one over and over. It's also, it's either Lights Out, which says a lot about people if they want to hear us talk about Lights Out, or Starbucks. It's one of the two.
I can look at it.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Anyway, so this episode
is brought to you by Starbucks.
No, it's not. Don't say that. We're not sponsored by Starbucks.
No,
and this is going on YouTube.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Please don't cancel me.
Cancel?
Okay. What are we called? We're called Childrenafire.
Okay, so this episode we are trying to talk about
what episode was
our favorite Kids Boys memories.
Okay, 2022. It's essays.
Oh, yep, that's right. Yeah.
Essays.
Yeah.
That one's 51 minutes long. The next one's 58 minutes. And then the one after that is only 38 minutes. And then the one after that is an hour and 3. What?
Just the minutes? You're just
saying
all the minutes for our listeners? Then that one is only 38
And guess what? The next one is over an hour.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Pretty rad.
Yeah. Okay, so Mandy. We have been on Kids Boys for how long?
This is our 7th year.
Our 7th year. That is crazy.
That is crazy. Have I mentioned... Okay, Kara. Love you. But we're not that old.
That's not an old video.
So, recently, most of you, our listeners, should be in the Anthony Ablaze group chat. And...
Might be,
probably, hopefully. Unless you're new to the team. If you were on the team in 2024, you should be in the Anthony Ablaze.
Yes. 2023?
Well, I mean, no, but I mean, like, no, in 2024. If you're on the team currently, you should be in the Anthony Ablaze group chat.
Oh, as of now, recording this podcast.
As of now, recording.
Well, that's not true, because it's an Apple group chat.
Oh,
and some people just aren't in it. I'm not sure why. Anyway, I don't want to be in it.
Really?
I mean, like, occasionally something funny will pop up.
Yeah,
but mostly
I
it's
haven't
just
muted. It's just kind of, Anthony will just, anyways.
We don't think anything bad about anyone on the team, though.
I guess it's kind of how the kingdom used to be for the other student leaders.
We can add that to our list of
favorites.
the
kingdom!
Here, I'm going to pull up a note, and we can write down our favorite Kids Boys memories. Hopefully it won't stop my recording.
What's new in notes?
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't stop the recording.
Good. Okay.
That's good. Okay.
So... Anyways, Kara sent 2 videos to Anthony Ablaze, one of which was the June 2018 summer trips recap, which was Mitch and I's first year. That was our first summer trips. And Kara was saying, I found some really, 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 really old videos. I mean, really old.
I was a little bit offended.
I was a little bit offended too. I mean,
in a joking way.
Yes, in a
joking
way. In a real way. We weren't really offended. We were just kind of like, we're not that old.
Yeah.
Because we're not. That was as far as I'm concerned. That was 2 summers ago.
Well, to me, I've looked back at it so much, I know how long ago it was. But
it
at the same
feel
time,
like that long ago.
At the same time, it's not that long ago.
No, it was not that long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, but I guess to be fair, we were saying like stuff that Hannah was doing in like 2012
was really
old.
But it's the same distance for her.
Yeah, it was the same distance.
6 years.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess that's just a circle of kids alive.
Kids alive.
Kids alive.
With the kids of babies.
Speaking of, Hannah's gonna have her baby in 2 months.
Okay, I feel really bad for saying this because she even told me. What's her baby's name?
Alexandra Marie. Or Allie.
Another Marie? Doesn't Hannah hate Marie though?
No, I don't think so. Not anymore. I think she's gotten over it.
Okay.
I mean, she's naming her baby that. Well, I think it's mostly because they wanted to take her middle name and Kevin's middle name because his middle name is Alexander.
Okay.
So they did Alexandra Marie.
Okay.
And they're gonna call her Allie.
Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be so cute. And
that's what she told me, Allie.
Yeah, Allie. Yep. It's gonna be so cute.
Anyway, that's how many kids and babies now?
Okay, so are we counting the twos, the ones that are not on the team? Those are not kids of babies. IMO.
IMO.
Those are not kids of babies.
Okay, so Hannah and Kevin's is the first real one?
I would say. Well, okay, Paisley kind of, because they were gonna be adult leaders. So yes. Paisley half and half. Kind of. We'll let the council decide.
What? Are we the council? In this?
No, you are not the council.
Who is the council?
The Council of Whammon.
Wham.
That's what it's gonna be this next year. For the student leadership, it's just gonna be girls. What?
Why did you say leadership?
What do you mean?
Why didn't you just say student leaders?
The student leadership.
See, there you are again. Why are you saying student leadership?
Why?
No one says student leadership.
I do.
Okay.
I just did.
Okay.
Anyways, so for the student leader team, if that's better for you.
Yeah, sure.
It's just gonna be girls.
Yeah.
It's only gonna be girls.
Or
we're losing
guys.
2 girls and we're gonna gain like 3.
Yep.
So.
And you're losing 2 guys and then.
Gaining.
We'll see.
Who knows?
We'll see.
Who knows?
Yep. So it's gonna be interesting. An interesting experience. Here,
yes.
I hope it's still
it's
recording.
Still going. Cool,
Okay.
cool.
I just need to move it so I can see it still recording.
Oh, Mitch got a new computer, by the way. And it's an Apple. Our family does not do Apple. We do Cheapy Cheapo.
Cheapy Cheapo, my favorite.
$50 phone at Walmart.
Yep.
$100 computer.
$100 computer from Target. I don't know.
We don't shop at Target.
No, we don't.
Because they don't support veterans. So.
Is that why we don't?
Yes, that's it. That's what Dad said, and also because they're kind of like
they are odd,
supportive.
They're so red. Why are you smacking on the table? That's such a loud sound in the ears of our listeners.
I'm sorry.
Like the sound spikes just goes way up. I'm sorry. Anyway, so Mandy, what is one of your favorite Kids and Boys memories?
I don't know. I can't think of any on the spot. Like, something will remind me of a really good memory on Kids and Boys.
Yeah.
I don't see. Okay, so I said this recently to a couple of the girls on some of the recent trips. I don't live my life through my memories. I live my life through other people's memories of my life.
Do you?
So, I don't remember. Well, okay, so I can remember some things.
Okay, Dory.
I'm not Dory. I can remember some things occasionally.
Yeah.
Do you
want to scoot over a little bit? You're like sitting behind this pyramid of stuff. You look like you're trying to get some people to buy your stuff.
Buy my things.
Anyway.
Anyways, so I don't really I can remember some things, but not on command.
Yeah.
But
relatable. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
So.
No, really.
You sound like a real podcaster.
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah. Yeah.
So, finance. They always say that. They always say finance.
Finance.
Instead of finance. It's finance, you dorks.
Okay, language.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah.
So
your memories.
So whenever like somebody tells me, "Oh, do you remember that one time?" I just kind of like nod and smile, and I don't add to the memory because I don't remember it. Yeah. And then I just wait for them to explain everything, and then I'm like, "Oh yeah." Yes.
Okay, so here's how we can start the question. Let's just go through each of our years. Don't look at those notes yet.
All right, 2018.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. What is one of your favorite memories from 2018?
Camp was pretty good. I liked camp. Oh, I loved...
Camp is a blur for me in 2018.
Really? Yeah, yes. I don't remember a lot of it.
I remember hardly.
I remember the videos that people took of it.
Yes.
I don't remember any.
Is this what you mean by living
yes.
experiences?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I do remember...
Roanoke was really good.
Yes, Roanoke was fun. Well, for camp, one of the vivid memories I have was... Actually, I have a couple now that I'm thinking about it. So one of them was... I had breakfast duty, and I slept through when I was supposed to get up, and Josh James had to come get me up.
Uh-oh.
Everyone was still in the cabin, everyone else, but I was just sleeping there, and he had to, like, shake me. I don't know why that's so vivid for me. And then another one is, so that year of camp, they decided not to do Snack Shack, and a message or an email was sent out to the team saying that you needed to bring your own snacks.
And we had our giant tub.
So we had a giant tub about the size of like the curtain box.
Oh no.
Maybe a little bit bigger.
It was not as tall. It was like just a generic large plastic tote.
Yeah. And Mom took us to Dollar General.
No, we went to somewhere like Walmart.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, because we bought in bulk.
Okay, yeah. Well, so we bought a bunch of snacks for each night.
A multitude.
It was like...
a surplus.
Like if you were to buy a box of Little Debbie's for every night of camp is basically what was happening. And we were supposed to split it 50-50. We had so many snacks.
We had so many.
It was almost obnoxious.
It was a little bit obnoxious.
There were so many
I'm glad we milked that then, though.
Yes.
Because I do not have the money for snacks now.
I know. Well, so when...
I can buy maybe a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper, and that's it.
So, when Mom was doing it, I kept saying to her, Mom, we don't actually need all of these. Like, we're not going to eat all of this.
We kept saying no.
And she was like, no, you need a snack for that night. And she would buy us one. And I was like, what on earth?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Can't buy us clothes, though. Or shoes.
You're making us out to be homeless children. Or, like, fat homeless kids. Like, if our listeners never met us, and they were just listening to this... No clothes, no shoes, lots of food, lots of snacks. Mom just kept buying us snacks, but she wouldn't buy me the shirt and pants I needed.
I only had 2 outfits for camp, but I had so many snacks.
I actually made some underwear out of oatmeal cream pies.
I thought you weren't joking when you started.
Stop slamming on the table on poor listeners.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry.
Okay. No. That's also probably the worst snack to make underwear out of.
Yes. It's squishy. Like at least use Doritos or something.
Okay, later in the podcast, I'm gonna write this down. We need to draft snacks to make clothes out of.
Okay. Oh, I remember our draft.
Yes. Okay, so anything you said Roanoke. What is some favorite memories?
Mattress surfing.
Yes.
That was good.
That was Ocracoke. Oh, and Roanoke. We did Roanoke too. Have they done it at all these past couple of years? Okay, so
no, we did it once in Edenton, like in 2022, I think.
That was a while ago, though. It's 2024.
Oh, Lordy have mercy.
Okay, so for current team members, Hannah is probably fine with this if we recommend it. Probably. Do some mattress surfing. Take someone who has like an old mattress, and if the church has stairs, you go to the top, of course, you put the mattress on it, and you get pushed down.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Roanoke is a good place, and we seem to be consistently going
Edenton
that now.
Has a couple of stairs, it's all right.
Ocracoke was good, but we haven't been going there.
What stairs did Ocracoke have?
Up to Pastor Ivy's.
Really?
Yes, we did it a couple of times there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I was probably dude, okay, so the one in 2019, Ocracoke of 2019, when David broke his arm.
Yeah.
I was pretty sick that night, and I fell asleep. So I have a vivid memory of zoning out, staring.
Zoning out.
What?
Sounded like you said zoning out.
Zoning out, and watching Benny launch kids into the air. And I was sitting on my air mattress, and I was a little bit paranoid because I was kind of sick. And then one time when he like launches somebody, I just go, oh! And like, I'm just absolutely terrified.
That seems to be a lot of your first year, like
what?
You being terrified.
What do
and
you
like
mean?
Scared and stuff. Because I was listening back to the podcast, and you've told this story multiple times. But when you were crying about your lines and you weren't able to be Anna,
oh yeah.
You don't need to tell it again. That'll be your third time telling it.
That was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I was traumatized from that. I was literally crying. I was 10-year-old Mandy.
I know.
Sitting on her bed at night, unable to practice her lines.
I remember we
rough.
had just gotten phones before Gatesville.
I remember that. Dude, all right.
Wait. Let me finish this.
Continue.
So
We're already at 30 minutes.
Well, I was already planning for this podcast to be 2 hours long.
2
It's
hours.
our last one. We're a fourth of that already.
I don't have an attention span for that.
You have been already. Don't open your phone as soon as you say that. Okay.
Well, I was just going to check my notifications.
Well, so what I was
I'm
going
very popular.
Yeah. So what I was going to say was
what if I went like that?
So I was Nacho for Gatesville,
Uh-huh.
of course. And
I was
stayed
Joni.
up. No, I stayed up on my phone all night. Like, I watched the sunrise. I was so scared of being Nacho. I was up on my phone all night.
In Gatesville?
No.
Oh, okay.
The day before.
Oh,
in my bed. I was up on my phone all night.
Little 11-year-old me.
Little 11-year-old me making bad decisions. Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah.
And somehow I made it the next day. Like, I wasn't exhausted.
Do you remember Big Craft?
Yes, I do. My goodness, how do you remember that?
I don't know, because I
need to go download that.
I know, those are good times, because I have a very vivid memory of us getting to Gatesville before everybody else, and I was playing Big Craft on my phone, and so before then, Mom had very strict rules about our devices.
Yes.
I think we were only allowed, like, 30 minutes a day, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
So I remember saying to Mitch, because we were counting down the hours until the event started. So I remember saying to you, like, only 5 more hours until unlimited Big Craft.
So, for those of you wondering, if you haven't, like, thought about it already, Big Craft was free Minecraft. It was some sketchy Minecraft that was free and had, like 15 blocks.
Yeah.
And
we
played a lot of that.
We did.
So much.
Big Craft.
I built so much stuff.
I did not build a lot. I kind of just explored caves. And so back then, I haven't really advanced too much in real Minecraft since Big Craft. In Big Craft, what I would do for my house is I would dig 3 blocks down, make a 3x3 square.
Wait.
What?
No, keep going.
Okay, I would make a 3x3 square, and I would place a bed, and that was my house. And then I would. I remember one time I brought a wolf in
That's
there.
what I was gonna say. Yeah, you hit it, and it got
I accidentally hit it, and he got really angry at me, and I wasn't allowed back in my house because it was a hole, and there was an angry wolf in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Good times.
You hit that wolf and you couldn't go back in your house.
Yeah.
Anyway, isn't this just enjoyable to listen to us
This
talk
is,
about
I'm
fake
sure.
Minecraft? Okay, so 2018. Any other really good memories?
So I feel like I remember I went back on the calendar once. The breakaway was only 2 days.
Yeah.
I feel like, and then we had like
the practice weekend was like 3. That's what was long.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. Oh, also, for any of the viewers, I was telling Mitch earlier, I feel... Oh, it's Burial!
Hey.
I was telling Mitch earlier, I feel like I look like the guy from 10 Things I Hate About You. Sorry, it's Burial time.
They're gonna see our terrible setup.
Oh.
You gotta retake that.
Oh.
Just like do it of our setup right here at the table. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Anyways, so...
That's gonna be in the podcast.
It will.
They just get that.
Might be real.
Yeah.
So stop it. What was I gonna say? Oh, I feel like I look like the guy. Excuse me. From 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
I've never seen the movie. I watched a clip of it on Instagram one time where he was like, you can't just keep giving me guitars every time you mess up. And he was like, well, that's why there's also basses and drums.
This is a great reenactment.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go back because
are you gonna try to go all the way to 2018?
Yes.
And talk about that. Okay, while you're doing that, one of my favorite memories from 2018 was in Gatesville. It was like the 5 of us guys.
Dude.
And we created, well, they had kind of already created the gang, but I was like added.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. That was really good.
That was the year that they were telling Isaac and Riley that they had to be fake student leaders, wasn't it?
Yes.
Because there was no student leaders on it. And there weren't any student leaders on Rockingham trip.
There weren't?
There wasn't any student leader guys. It was Anthony, Andrew, Matthew, and Jesse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cycle repeats.
Yep.
Every like 5 years.
Yeah. Ish.
Alright, almost there.
Almost there. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's September 2018. I need to go to September 2017. That's so weird.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of, oh, here we go. October 2017, September 2017. There we go. Come on. No, it didn't do it. Okay. Oh, well.
You're going all the way back.
Yes, I have to go all the way back
goodness.
again. Okay, so a lot of people, they'll say like, oh, I joined in 2019, but I consider the year you joined the year that is on your first shirt.
Yes.
So, like, if you joined in September 2019, but the first year on your shirt, or the year on your first shirt is 2020,
that's the year
you joined in 2020.
You joined in 2020.
Because the Kids Ablaze year is very similar to the
school year.
To a school year.
Yep.
So, yeah. So we joined in 2018.
Although we were at the breakaway in
2017. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes. So,
yeah, I'm glad we agree with that. Yeah, follow that rule when you're telling people when you joined, because otherwise it'll get really confusing.
Yes. Okay, I'm trying to think if I have any other really good mememories from 2018. I mean, we had Nashville, when you and I fought each other.
Nashville was so good.
And also, do you remember the 50-foot banana split?
I do!
Yep, that was good.
So good.
That was good.
Those were good times. Or that one time when Mom was late to pick us up somehow, and we sat there for like an hour.
That wasn't Nashville. That was
No, that was Nashville. I remember. Because Peyton sat there with us, and
maybe it was.
Oh no, the team breakaway was 3 days. So the breakaway was 3 days. The practice weekend was 2 days.
Oh, okay. So
we had the breakaway at the end of September.
And we got there Thursday night.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. We got there Friday.
Ooh.
And then we had a practice weekend in October for 2 days, and then in November for 2 days, and then in January for 2 days, and then in January again we had the first what's it called? The first actual weekend.
Yeah. I can kind of, looking back, I can kind of understand why there were that many practice weekends, because it was like a completely new set of kids.
Yeah.
Only like 5 people to teach them.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But, so, we obviously live very far away. We live like probably 5-ish hours away from where the practice weekends were being held. But the thing is, it would end on Saturday. So we only spent one night there.
Yep.
So we would get there Friday afternoon, and then we'd leave after dinner on Saturday, and we were getting home at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. It was insane. Like, Mom and Dad would not do that now.
Yeah, no.
They would not. They would not. Ever. Never. That was insane.
Strange times. I'm glad it's changed.
Weird. Yes, I'm also glad it's changed. I mean, I feel like we could probably use more practice weekends. Maybe. I mean, it really depends on the team.
We're doing good right now, though.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
Okay, so, what's a favorite 2019 memory you have?
A 2019 memory?
2019. I think one of my favorites was doing camp. The musical at camp.
That was fun.
Stuff from like you, Elijah, and Jesse's scene, and Billy.
That is still no. Okay, you say this every time. You say it was me, Elijah, and Jesse, but it was me, Elijah, Jesse, and Riley for like a half of a little bit.
A little bit.
So
a smidgen.
Because it was the whole family.
Yeah.
And for some reason you keep thinking that it was you as the brother, but it wasn't, because I specifically remember.
No, I know it wasn't me as the brother, because that was Mike.
Well, somebody kept saying that it was you as the brother, but I specifically remember Caden backstage saying to Riley, "Look, there's your sister," and then Riley goes, "No, she's too tan to be my sister." And then that made me insecure for some reason. My 11-year-old self was insecure that I was too tan. I don't remember why, but that memory, see, I can remember things, not on command, but if it reminds me of it, I can remember. So yeah. Neither of them probably remember that.
I would be a little bit surprised.
I would be shocked, actually, if either of them remember that.
With a bolt of lightning. Well, so what I was going to say was, that scene with y'all, the family scene, and then Billy when he was Lou, and he pulled out the Married to a Difficult Man.
Yes, that was good. That was the start of our generation's improv.
Yes.
Was Billy in 2019.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me. I have to explain to people who Billy is.
I know. That's bizarre to me.
That is crazy.
That, like, Anthony and Andrew, they don't know who Billy is.
They don't know who Billy is.
That's weird.
That is insane.
It's weird. Yeah. We're going to, by the way, dear listeners, we're going to be a little bit more nostalgic on this episode.
Yeah.
This is our last one. And right now we're talking about 2018 and 2019. Yeah. So we'll get to y'all's years soon.
Yeah. Right? Okay, so right now, after this coming September, Emily and I... Sorry, Riley, I don't count you because you're not really on the team. No offense.
Called out.
No offense, but actually do something and you will be on the team.
Called out. Wow.
Emily and I, other than Hannah, Hannah's on the team the longest, and then Emily and I.
Isn't that weird?
That is so terrifying.
Y'all have been on the team the longest.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What?
That's odd.
Oh, that's so weird. And then, like... and we're the only last two people from that entire year. Like, all of the people on that team are gone except for Emily and I. Riley, I'm sorry, I don't count you.
Once again,
specify you don't count.
So rude.
I mean, like, he's an adult leader, and like Miss Amanda and Benny, I personally don't count them as on the team. Like, they're still a major role, but they aren't actively...
They're, like, not on the Kids Ablaze.
Yes, they're not on the Kids Ablaze team. They're more of, like, a board of directors type thing.
But not like the official board
Not the official board, like the in-between board of directors.
The adult leader team?
Yeah, the adult leader team.
It has a name.
They're not on the team, really.
The Kids Ablaze team.
They're not on the Kids Ablaze team. They're on the adult leader team. So, but on the Kids Ablaze team, that's... that is student leaders and students, or Pringles. Wait, okay, so Pringles are first years.
Yes.
Doritos are student leaders.
I think I have always called Pringles all the years until student leader, but mostly first years are Pringles.
Mostly first years are Pringles.
Yes. So if your first year on the team, you are a Pringle.
You are a Pringle. Student leaders are Doritos.
Pastor Andy's a Ruffle.
Pastor Andy's a Ruffle.
Because he's wrinkly.
What's Hannah now?
I don't know. We'll have to come up with a
Hannah can be a Lay's Classic.
A Lay's Classic.
Yeah.
It's not quite a Ruffle.
No. And Kevin could also be a Lay's Classic.
Lay's Classic. 2 Lay's Classics. We have to say classic. We can't just say Lay's.
No, it has to be Lay's Classic.
Lay's Classic. Okay.
Because wasn't that their wedding exit? They played Classic by MKTO? Yeah, so
that fits.
They are Lay's Classic.
Lay's Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like a car name.
Lace Classic.
Lace Classic. Like an old-fashioned car.
Lace Classic.
Okay, so... Oh, what was
Oh, by the way, these microphones aren't hooked up to anything. They're just for funsies.
Yep. My voice is still at the same...
Yeah.
Same thing.
Like, if I get closer to the computer, you can hear me better. But, like, the microphones don't do anything.
Yep. Okay, so... Oh, what was I going to say?
Girl, you sure?
Something about 2019. I don't remember. I'm just going to sing for the audience.
Out of style.
Beautiful, Mandy. Beautiful. Okay.
Pretty baby, this world might have gone crazy. Never make it like you used to. Never going out of style. Michael, Prince.
Oh yeah.
Had to wait, write a song for you. What are we doing?
Mandy, you're deafening our listeners every time you smack the table. And now you're coughing. Okay, so we'll move on from 2019.
I just realized the CAF is going to be backwards.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will, because this is a selfie
this.
video.
I can flip it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then we're going to look weird.
I know. There's nothing I can do about that.
Doggone it.
Okay, so 2020. Just
2020.
2020 memory. We're going to try to get through all of the years in 20 minutes.
2020. So, we had a couple of different practices, and then COVID stopped it. Okay, so one of my main memories was thinking, how on earth are we going to do a camp through Zoom?
Yeah.
Like, the idea
I'm glad we
great.
didn't.
I am
and we
so
did what
glad
we
we
did.
didn't. I am so glad we didn't. Because
looking back,
because
when it was going on, I was like, okay, we'll try this.
This might work. No, because how on earth were we going to have a child join a different Zoom meeting so that we could pray for them?
Well, in Zoom you can do rooms. You can do prayer rooms.
But like
it's still my main thing looking back was, and I can understand. I don't know it was a thing that was tried out and it didn't work. But the main thing looking back, I was like, it's probably good that kids didn't try to, because they had been on Zoom all day, all year for school.
Oh my goodness.
And we were going to try to get them on for summer camp.
No. And also the crafts, we were going to like record us making crafts. And that
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, so I'm very glad it just turned into a hangout week and we paid for.
A hangout week we paid for, That was nice. It was a lot of fun. That's when we did all the acting things. I still have videos of those.
I have one or two.
What we should do is we should on our Childrenafire Instagram, or on the YouTube channel, we should just upload a bunch of those videos.
We should also make a reel that's like the best parts of the acting.
Yeah. They're all really fuzzy because they were filmed on Android. Like my really old $50 Android Walmart.
$50.
$50.
The $100 Target computer.
We don't shop at Target.
We don't shop there.
Hashtag don't shop at
Even
Target.
Though our color
hashtag
is
they're
red.
supportive.
They are supportive, and I don't like that.
They're too supportive. Too inclusive. They need to start
excluding people.
Do what the church did and excommunicate people.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
You've got like this binder at Target that's like full of people's faces. It's like, are you allowed in here?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure most places do that, actually.
Do they?
Like, people who are banned from the
people who are blacklisted from the store, yes. But I don't think they're excommunicating people from Target.
Okay, the one lady in our town is blacklisted from nearly every single store in Gates County. The one in Peter Pants.
Really?
Yes. Nobody will let her in anywhere.
That's news to me.
China King, the bank, nowhere.
It's news to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it is possible, dear viewer.
Yeah.
Or listener.
Don't get blacklisted.
Don't do it.
Places.
I mean, if you are, tell us what you did.
That'd be really.
I want to know.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I want to know.
Can you show me how to get blacklisted from Target? We'll do a remix.
Blacklisted from Target.
Okay, so 2020 memories. Can we both say that the best part was hang out?
Yeah, the best part was probably the hangout weekend. But I also we didn't go to. Oh, okay. So back to 2019.
We did go to Washington.
Washington. That's what he said. Because he started to say Wallace. Randy, when he was talking about where we were going, he goes, and then we're going to go to Washington. Because he was about to say Wallace.
How do you remember that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway, keep going.
Maybe I am Dory.
Back to 2019.
Okay,
Wallace.
So back to 2019. Yes, Wallace. So 2019 for me was simultaneously a really good year and a really bad year. Because, like...
I feel like a lot of years are like that.
I mean, 2019 really stuck out to me because I was kind of like a moody 11-year-old, so I was a brat and a butt to everyone. But in my head, everybody else was being mean to me, which made it worse.
Yeah.
So I was a brat.
I mean, that year, some people were just being mean in general to everybody.
Yeah.
And it was for good reason that we had that family meeting.
Yes.
Like, even though it started with the fight.
What fight?
Between Isaac and Billy.
Wait, what?
You don't...
I live my life through other people's memories, Mitch.
It wasn't like a full-on fight, but
they were
vaguely
recall
they had kind of been arguing with each other the whole trip. And then it's fuzzy what exactly happened, even during the family meeting.
Didn't they slap each other or something?
Like Isaac touched Billy or something, and Billy hit his neck hard.
Oh man.
Anyway, it went from there. Billy and I also had a fight that trip.
Yeah.
I kind of tried to.
That's why Billy's not on the team anymore.
Not because I was fighting him. He wasn't fighting me.
Oh, okay. Why? Because you were.
I was pretty dumb. Not dumb. I was done.
That was the same trip where you said, "Well, I'm not your grandpa."
Yeah, I was a weird kid.
I think about that all the time, and I'll quote that. I'll just be like, "Well, I'm not your grandpa," but it's like nobody knows about it. So maybe Emily might remember, but probably not. Nobody else knows what that is. Except for me and maybe you.
I want to know.
I don't know. I want to.
Can you show me? Okay.
How to get blacklisted
from Target. Okay. It's a goal of mine. You can just go never mind. Okay. I want to know what we were talking about. I want to go sit in on that conversation.
That was Jessie was just talking about how she was
she always scans the room and is
she's
always ready.
My grandpa taught me how to I always.
This is a great Jessie impression.
Thank you. I always I would sleep with next to the exit, and I would make sure.
You almost said sleep with the exit. I shouldn't.
Well, I was gonna say sleep with my head near the exit or something, but no. She's like, I always sleep next to the exit, and I always see who's walking in the room, because my grandpa taught me to always be aware of your surroundings, because he was in the military. And
military.
And yeah. So. And
I was.
And then you were rolling your eyes at her.
Well, it was because she was calling me out for something in a friend way.
Yeah. I don't remember.
And she was like, you gotta do something.
Yeah, it was probably just you gotta be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Or something. And then
you
were
well, I'm not your grandpa.
I'm not your grandpa.
Yeah.
That was good.
I was pretty ticked off.
Yeah.
You can watch the video and find out. I'm thankful. Okay. So, nothing against the current members of the team, but I'm thankful that they don't have some videos. Like Anthony has many videos of me when I was younger, and he found our old social media that we no longer have.
Wait, what? Our TikTok?
You didn't need to say that out loud. Now our listeners know that we used to have that.
We don't.
We don't anymore, though.
Anthony.
I actually went on there and privated everything.
Oh, thank you.
I don't believe in deleting anymore because I want to be able to go back and cringe.
Delete. Hey, just for anybody out there, any aspiring
cringe makers.
Cringe makers.
Even
cringe
saying
factories.
that sounds cringe.
Yeah. Any aspiring
cringe factories.
Cringe factories. Do it, please.
Just
make the video.
Pump it out.
Yeah, just make the video and cringe at it and private it. Don't delete it.
Don't delete it.
Because,
you'll regret it.
Yes, you will. In like 10 years, when you are going back through all the old videos that you and your friends or you and your siblings used to make, you're gonna want to see that. Yeah. You're not gonna be able to watch it, but you're gonna want to see it.
Mandy and I, you see, Childrenafire, only half of the videos are public.
Yes.
You can only see half of
those that are up there.
There
are so many videos that are private.
And you'll never see them.
No, you'll never see them.
Like our band? Anyway.
Oh, no.
So, I had to whip that out. So,
I had a really good rap, but then we started recording and I forgot it.
I know. We did like so much good stuff. My favorite one is where it was like something about being tired. It was like get your butt off the phone or something. Yeah.
It was bad.
Okay.
Those are bad. So, you'll never see those.
Yeah, most of that was in 2020.
Yeah. A lot. We did so much in 2020. Okay, well now we come full circle. Back to 2020.
Yeah, back to look at this.
Look at
those of you who say we can't maintain focus.
We can.
We did. Okay, 2021.
No, 2020, because we did so.
We're gonna go way over 2 hours if we're taking.
Well, okay, but we did so much in 2020. Like
that's true.
2020, for a lot of people, was a really terrible year. But for us, honestly, 2020 was one of the best years of my life so far.
It was a mix for me. It was a pretty bad year for me, but at the same time, a lot of good memories.
Yeah, like
2020 is when a lot of stuff happened, both good and bad.
Yeah, but like it was a major creative outlet. For both of us.
Just being trapped. No friends.
No, I mean
we already did it. But seeing
actually,
people even less.
2020 was the year that I hung out with Caitlin the most.
Yeah.
Like, I did not...
do school.
Well, that. But also, like, I didn't not hang out with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, that was probably...
You're either making videos or hanging out with Caitlin.
Yes, that was my whole 2020.
After school, of course.
Yeah, after school. Yeah. But, like, I would do school at the church, kind of, and I would, like...
kind of.
I really just hung out with Caitlin, and then I would jot something down every now and then, because she had to do school, too, but she didn't really do it either. Neither of us did our school. Yep. But that was, like, out of all of the years to have friends, that, like, okay, so, let's say...
when you're supposed to be separated from them.
Yes. Yeah. So, let's say my friendship is a bar graph. Okay. So, this side is how often I'm hanging out with friends, and this side is the years. Yeah. So, like, going across my life, there's, like, and then it, like, really dwindles, and then in 2020, it's a huge spike, and then it goes back
But it's just
down.
one.
It's just the one friend.
Actually, no, I would say, looking back, 2020 was a pretty good year for, like, friendship. That's when we had our band, and we were working on that a whole lot.
What band?
8019.
That was our name, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where did we get that name? 8019.
Psalms 8019.
Oh yeah. What was that again?
I don't know. Something about being renewed.
We were supposed to memorize that.
Never did.
Never did.
You want to know something? Miss Caroline, so you were at Kids Blaze, but Molly came, and we sat together in church. Miss Caroline came up to us and was like, "Hey, we should do like a one more time reunion." And Molly was like, "Yeah, we should." And she texted me after church. The only time I can see us doing that is next Wednesday. Which I think we should. We'll see what happens.
We should.
Keep you updated.
Yeah.
Not.
You guys don't care.
So yeah, 2020, it was, for me, it's such a mixed year. It was weird.
17, 18, 19. Restore us, Lord God Almighty, make your face shine upon us that we may be saved.
It's very generic sounding.
Yeah,
it's a good verse.
Really, but it's just kind of like...
pretty generic.
Pretty generic.
I think we picked it mostly because 8019 sounded cool.
Yeah, 8019 did sound cool.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was
That was a good year.
Yeah, it was.
We actually hung out with people that year.
Yeah. The year you weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was good.
It was. That is also the year that the kingdom took off. Now I've got it in my notes. We can talk about the kingdom.
Yes. Oh, the kingdom was good.
6 minutes before an ad break.
Okay. Who's doing this ad?
Emily.
Oh, nice.
Fitting.
So the kingdom for the new members. Wait. For our audio listener. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, I just hit play. Okay, so
welcome back.
Welcome back. That was
also,
a great ad.
for our audio listeners, that little sound, you're probably not going to edit that out.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
no.
So that little sound.
No, actually, I will trim it a little bit.
Oh, a little bit.
So you don't hear as much.
But so Mitch has to climb across the table
to start the
camera.
Camera.
Yeah. So,
for our visual listeners, okay, my camera. Oh, wait, my microphone. My camera ran out of storage.
Yeah.
So I had to. It just like cut it off.
Yeah.
So I had to go in and. Well,
you didn't miss anything.
No.
We watched it shut off, and so we were like, "Oh well, commercial break."
Yep. So
yeah. So you guys
there
are gonna
will be
have
a commercial. It's just gonna be like a nice visual.
Yeah.
While the commercial's going.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna ask Emily to record a whole video.
That's too stressful.
That is too stressful.
Yeah.
Although we asked her a year ago to do an ad.
We did.
She still hasn't.
Anyway,
nothing against Emily.
No.
But there is a reason she's the last episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is?
She's been a faithful listener. And she joined the same year. And she's going to be the last person.
So, should we... Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Should we shout out our original listeners real quick?
Well, they're going to... I can't say that.
Why?
They're
going to cry?
They're going to play during the goodbyes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the goodbyes.
We just spoiled the goodbyes as well.
Dang it.
Well, they don't know what's coming. Listen to the end of the episode. Yeah. Actually, I was considering not putting it in the visual one. Just because... No, we can just put a slideshow.
Yeah.
That's even more sad. My goodness. Okay, so
right,
we were on 2021. Talking about our 2021 memories.
Alright, so honestly for me, 2021...
Also, real quick, before we start, sorry.
Okay.
Look how good we are at staying on track.
We are.
We are staying on our subject.
Because we have a little note in front of us.
Okay.
A wee little note. So honestly, 2021 through 2024 is a blur.
Same.
It's the same year.
Yeah.
So, alright, what happened was these past 3 years were 2021 through 2023 was 2021.
Yes.
Yeah. 2024, we just now entered 2022.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah. No, for real. What musical did we do in 2021? Was
that Revengers. No, that was Revengers still. Yeah.
Yep. One of my favorite memories was camp that year.
Yes.
Camp every year is always so good.
That was the last year, I think, that we did,
Cupid Shuffle?
No. What?
It might
Why
be.
would I remember?
It might have been. We haven't been doing it at all.
We haven't done Cupid Shuffle in a hot minute. Dude, remember after the play?
We would do Cupid
Shuffle.
We
would do Cupid Shuffle.
And also, for Nacho Grande at least, Feelings would play.
Yes.
And everyone would surround Nacho and Anna and
do
the hearts. And I was telling Caleb about it. I was saying, I'm kind of glad we don't do that anymore.
A little bit. That was kind of awkward. Especially, so Thomas is married now, so I think I can say this maybe.
What?
When Thomas was, how old was he?
14.
14, I was 10.
That was 14.
Weird.
14.
That was weird. Why did we do that?
Yeah.
That was weird. That was weird.
There's a possibility he was 13.
Yeah, cause depending on when his birthday was.
Yep.
Which I think their birthday's in like March, maybe.
I don't know that information.
I don't know it either. I have it on my calendar and it'll occasionally pop up. But
Do you ever say happy birthday?
No.
Shame.
I'll just be like, oh yeah.
It's their birthday.
It's their birthday. But I don't like talk to either of them. The only person I talk to from their family is Naomi.
Yeah.
And like I might text her and be like, "Wish your brothers a happy birthday for me."
Yeah.
But other than that,
wish her happy birthday.
Wish her happy birthday.
Okay,
anyways, so
yeah, we don't do Cupid Shuffle. Anyway, what were you going to say? 2021 was the last year we did.
OBX camp.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's the camp I have the most videos from. And I have a bunch of pictures from that year.
I don't.
Really?
Actually. No, I don't.
I'll have to send you some.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Some good ones of like you, Ben, and Elijah doing the dance and them going out into the crowd.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, that was a good year.
Yeah.
Anything else from 2021 that was especially good?
that year, I don't know. I don't remember anything.
That's the year we became student leaders.
That is.
Maybe that's why it's a blur.
So one thing, speaking of student leadership, one thing I've noticed is in 2018, the weekend trips felt insanely long to me.
Yeah.
Like, I had to go and hide away for like 30 minutes because I could not handle that.
You were also 10 years old.
I was also 10 years old. But I'm not really a people person. I just kind of like fake it. I'm just loud. I'm not a people person. I'm just loud. Yeah. So like a lot of like those weekend trips were so long. Mm-hmm. But then as soon as I became a student leader,
they shortened a lot.
They went by like that. And the weeks were even shorter than the weekend trips used to be. But then like this past year, they felt long again. Mm-hmm. It's so weird.
It is odd.
It's
probably because stuff's changing.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Change. I don't like it. I know what you mean though. Yeah, I felt the same thing. And I was excited to become a student leader too.
Yeah.
It's not like I've hated being a student leader. That's not what I'm saying.
Fun fact. I have had more mentors than you have had, but...
You've been a student leader for the same amount of time.
We've been student leaders for the same years.
Years, yeah.
You were a student leader like 6 months before me.
Yep.
Well, no, not even, like 3 months.
Because
we became student leaders
in January.
Yeah, in January.
I
thought Emily and I were going to get in trouble. I thought we were, like, actually... like done for, like we were gonna get essays.
I was one for like 5 months.
Okay, so I thought we were in a lot of trouble because Hannah and Randy pulled Emily and I aside, and they were very serious. And I was like, what did I do? What did Emily do? What did we do?
What is so bad that Emily did?
Yes, what is so bad? Like, what did we do? Are you kicking us off the team? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then Randy was like, well, we just have noticed that there's not enough girl student leaders, and
that's bizarre.
I know, that's so crazy. That's so weird to think about.
Weird sentence to say.
There's not enough girl student leaders.
Yeah.
Now, I personally think there are too many girl student leaders.
Up the age just for girls. Lower the age for guys.
No, don't lower the age for the guys. That's
joking.
The opposite of what we need.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just, and it so the girl student leaders now, this coming year, unless we have a major inflow of girls,
there's negative mentees.
There's going to be negative mentees per student leader girl. Mm-hmm. It's like if we actually...
And Kevin will have all of the boys.
Yes, Kevin will have all of the boys. And,
the boys!
And, like, if we mathematically divided it up, if we just took the numbers, we would have, like, 0.5 mentees.
But the multiply group is coming.
Okay.
And some people from Albemarle.
Yeah, and then Gwen's coming from our church.
Yep. Speaking of which, I need to, since I'm still technically the kids pastor, I need to send out the contract.
When do I become official?
I would assume this Sunday I leave.
Oh.
Which is this next Sunday.
Ew.
Yeah.
Gross.
Anyway. Ooh, I'm on low battery.
Your Mac.
Okay, so keep talking, entertain. Okay. I've got a cord that I can plug in.
So 2021, that was the year we actually did the Revengers. That year in Pennsylvania, I think. Wait, okay, so in Pennsylvania, did we do of 2021? So it would have been technically the 2022 year. Did we do Pink Flamingo?
We did. That was our first time doing Pink Flamingo. And we were thinking about doing the circus one, but then they bought all of the props for Pink Flamingo. And Pastor Aaron was like, yeah, we bought all the props. We're not.
Why would you do that? Anyways, so, woo!
Yeah, if you just got a boom sound, I'm plugging my computer in.
So, in 2020, I guess it was, that's when we did, what's it called? The Revengers.
Yes.
In Pennsylvania. And that is when we had so much time we could film French Mitch.
Yes. French Mitch. I need to add that to favorite 2021 memories. Right?
2020.
2020.
That was so good. French Mitch. And Elijah was going to be Lisa.
Which I think he forgot about.
Probably.
Very quickly.
I honestly
Maybe
think...
even on purpose.
Maybe. So it was me, you, Emily, and Naomi.
Yes.
That was the core.
Naomi forgot.
Yes.
Elijah was
Yes, Naomi forgot Elijah was there. And I honestly think Elijah was just there because he didn't want to play football with the dudes.
Yep.
And we were the only other group that he... Like, because there was...
That he could talk to.
Yeah, that he could talk to. Because there was another dude there.
Yep.
And because his sister was there. And we were older.
Yeah.
So we were, like, the only other group that was
kind of just
like,
stuck with us.
Yeah, so he was...
There was some days I think he even just sat inside.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bless his heart.
So...
He's probably living it up in Utah now, I guess. Maybe.
Yes. Seems like he's having fun on Instagram.
Yeah.
So... What was I going to say? You want to hop to 2022?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. 2022 memory. That was Pink Flamingo.
Yeah.
I think... I'm sort of glad we're not doing it anymore, but one of my favorite memories is doing the anthem.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. I loved the anthem because it was a real human video.
Yes, very good.
It was a
very good human video.
It was a really good human video.
If you haven't seen it, check out our YouTube channel. It's
that was
up there.
In Pennsylvania.
That was so cool.
So good.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah. And when they like started cheering.
Yes. As Jesus. We were like pointing and everything, that was so good.
Yes.
Or when you kicked sometime when you kicked or something like that, and the guy went, he was like, wow, they're really good. But we just
thinking about that gave me goosebumps.
I know,
like that moment. It was good.
That
was good.
One thing that I think about is that like I didn't realize how much I loved performing. Mm-hmm. Like I love it so much. Like watching movies,
especially church. I love performing church. That was a joke. That was a joke.
But like watching movies where like the main thing is that like something like Lemonade Mouth and like watching them like the whole point is they're performing. Yeah. I know what that feels like and I'm like, yes. Yeah. I love it. I love performing. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it just like or like doing a song, like doing Goodbye Yesterday. Like it was praise and worship, but it was a lot of performance. That was so much fun. Yes. I love it. Yeah,
that was really good.
That was
Goodbye Yesterday. You want to know what's crazy?
What?
I think it's the Holy Spirit, honestly, because this is our second year that we've picked a camp song, and that song has exploded after we did it as a camp song. Like everybody is using Goodbye Yesterday, and the year before, and people still are using praise. Like people fell in love with praise, and we found it. I forget. I think it was Reagan first listened to it, but Elevation had just come out with that album for praise, and we listened to it. We were like, let's use it as a camp song.
It was pretty good.
And then everybody was using it, and now Goodbye Yesterday. For everybody's youth camp recaps and stuff on Instagram, everybody's using Goodbye
and it's not even like
it's not our people from camp. It's other people.
Everybody's using
There was some guy that I met at Camp Electric that we were following each other, and he went to a youth camp, and that was like their theme song for youth camp.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I noticed that the other day when I was scrolling through Instagram. I was like, why is Goodbye Yesterday everywhere? People are loving it. And Hannah was saying that she, like the week after camp, she was missing Goodbye Yesterday so much so Andrew and Landon, I think, or maybe it's Andrew and just one of Andrew's friends are like in charge of making the set list for their church's worship. And so Hannah was like, have you heard of this song? It's called Goodbye Yesterday. I think you will like it. And so she was able to slither Goodbye Yesterday.
Yes, nice.
After missing camp.
Did they live stream?
I don't know.
I want to go watch it if they did it.
Yeah.
That is one thing I actually enjoy. Like, even though a lot of the time live stream is crappy, I like seeing other churches worship.
Yes,
cool.
Me too.
Yeah. And not to like laugh at how bad the singing is.
It's so much better in person. It's awful live streamed. Any church is awful live streamed.
Even multiply.
Yeah, multiply.
Multiply. Yeah.
So, again, the storage cut out.
The storage cut out.
Storage.
My camera.
Yeah, but sorry, audio listeners, we're kind of giving y'all whiplash right now.
Yes.
Same with the visual listeners.
Yeah. It's okay though.
It's alright.
We'll edit it. I'll make it look smooth.
No.
Okay. Where were we? Multiply.
Yes.
The live streams talking about worship.
Yeah.
Speaking of worship, let's hop to 2023. I was gonna say one of my favorite parts of 2023 was the band.
Yes.
I feel like that's when the band really came together, and we really just started hitting.
What are we gonna do now with Fuzzy Breakfast? Oh, okay. So in South Mills, it was just Reagan, Cameron, and I, and then in Edenton, it was just Reagan, Sydney, Cameron, and I, and then in Rockingham, it was Reagan, Cameron, Andrew, and I. So the common factor is Reagan, Cameron, and I.
Cameron, and Matthew.
Yeah. So what Reagan proposed our new name, the Itty Bitty Symphony. Well, she said Tiny Symphony, and then I said Itty Bitty Symphony. So
that is a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We are Itty Bitty Symphony.
That gets so annoying so fast.
That would get really
And I have seen the goodness of God. Everybody sing it with me.
Oh, by the way, in South Mills, apparently they don't have a worship leader, and so all they do is play videos for their worship. So this old lady came up to me after completely after service was over, and everybody, like, they had a potluck for us. Dude, go to South Mills for potluck. They know how to do a potluck.
They've also got like a full-size kitchen.
They do.
They have
a nice kitchen. Anyways, so after the potluck and everything, this old lady came up to me. She was like, "Do you play the piano?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am, I do." She goes, "It was so nice to hear that piano play again. We don't have a worship leader, and that thing's just been sitting there collecting dust. And I would play, but I haven't played in years," and something like that. And it was just a really sweet interaction.
That's nice.
She was really sweet. It was really sad to hear that their piano doesn't get played at all.
Yeah.
Because it's a really nice piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2023.
2023.
Any
The band
favorite
was
memories?
really good.
Band, really good. I would also say it was really, really good in 2024,
Yes.
but we're talking about 2023.
So honestly, like I said before, I don't have favorite memories, to be honest with you. I just kind of don't remember anything.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite memories was in Rockingham when we were talking about
I'm gonna turn off the
Anthony
AC.
Oh shoot, we didn't turn off the AC.
That's okay.
It's
It's only a vague buzz.
Yep.
A wee
And
bit
it's
of
only in
buzz.
there for how many minutes? 3.
Not that long.
Yep. Okay, so Anthony Ablaze. That's one of my favorite parts of 2023.
Yeah. That got started in Rockingham.
Yep.
Dude, okay, so the 2021 through 2023 summers were the best summers.
Mm.
When did we go? We went to Missouri in 2022. That was a good trip in 2022.
That was really stressful for me. I didn't
Really
enjoy that trip.
stressful?
Yes.
You
I
didn't
like
enjoy it?
No.
Oh. It was
don't have fond
insanely
memories of that
stressful. But it was good.
I
liked it.
remember really liking the church's ministry.
Yes,
that was
the
about
church's
it.
ministry was really good.
And one kid at the church. I liked Connor.
Okay,
Boy.
It was stressful and it was insane and it was chaotic, but that's what I liked about it. Was that it
I was also put in the prayer group with Miss Mary Sue.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Can't remember who else was in that group. Shout out if you were. It was a fun group, wasn't it?
It was just you and Miss Mary Sue.
Wasn't it Miss Mary Sue? What was I gonna say? Oh dang it! Basically, we didn't do anything.
Really?
The route that I picked out, because I basically just took the lead. The route that we didn't really pray. We kind of just walked around.
Wait.
We were supposed to pray.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to pass out flyers.
We were supposed to do both.
Really?
Yes.
We did not pray.
Good to know. So we didn't pray, and we took the longest way around to no houses. And all the houses we did get to, everyone else had already been to.
Nice.
Yeah. So we had a lot of flyers left over.
I think the group I was in was me, Missy, Michael, and Riley. And that was the one where Riley was saying he was insanely stressed out because he felt responsible for our lives.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you're not responsible.
Y'all also met that Satanist.
Oh, yeah, we met a Satanist.
Yeah.
Where he was like, well, I'm a Satanist, but I respect. It's like, thanks, man.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. You're still invited.
Yep.
Don't cast any spells, but you're still invited.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else happened in 2023?
In 2020...
I would say just the kind of, like, rejuvenating of the team.
Yeah.
All the new members kind of, like, getting into the groove of things.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. So, 2023 and 2024, we've actually had quite a few people join.
Yeah.
In 2022, we had a couple people.
It was like 3 people.
Yeah, it was Heather,
Lucy,
Caleb, Micah. That's about it.
Noah.
Oh, yeah, Noah.
Noah joined.
Noah.
He also left.
That was it. He joined and left. He didn't really come.
He was at camp.
He was at camp, but everybody was at camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2023. I can't really think of anything. You want to hop to?
Yeah, we can go to 24.
Okay, so band was really, really good at camp.
Yes, band was. Yeah.
We talked about it already. Like Goodbye Yesterday.
I kind of a little bit regret not being in a lot of the band nights. I mean, I really enjoyed my time, my free time.
Yeah.
But I kind of regret not being part of that last band.
Yeah. So do I. We had a nice prayer time, and I was looking around, and you were already at the snack shop.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was.
Well, I saw you guys. No, I saw you guys praying, and you were sitting there praying, and I felt like I would be intruding if I came over there because I wasn't.
I was trying to get you over there.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
I was looking around for you. We had 2 prayer times.
Oh, really?
Like, where's Mandy? She's got to be here for at least one of these.
Oh.
And you weren't.
Well,
I didn't see you anywhere, or else I would have been like, get over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. I think one of them might have been the night where I was dying.
That's probably
That's
true.
probably what it was.
Yep.
I did not go to the snack shack either time. So I was probably
you were dying. And in a very dark part of the pavilion.
Me and Anthony had a fun time fishing, though, during practice.
Yeah.
It was good. We both caught probably the same fish.
I will say, it's been very different, but I have liked this year's musical.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is gonna be a musical I will look back on and I think of.
What was this year's musical?
Mandy Earhart.
Sorry.
You literally just
what was it?
Night of the Living Gorilla. No,
it wasn't.
It was Burgers to Big Top.
Oh yeah, Burgers to Big Top. There have been a couple of.
Speaking of which, we have a shirt you can buy if you too loved Burgers to Big Top.
We have a shirt for every single year that we have.
Have you seen the new shirt?
I haven't.
Go on the site. I put on a new shirt, and I'm also designing another one that's going to be the vote for Pedro, but vote for Anthony.
Nice. Is that based on what I sent to the group chat? Yeah. So, we were watching Napoleon Dynamite the other day, and I was looking at Pedro and Napoleon. I was like,
it's Anthony and Caleb.
It's Anthony and Caleb. So I sent it to the group chat. Where is...
It's in the links in our messages. You've got it saved.
I have 105 tabs open.
What on earth? I got 7. I used to have like
7?
I used to have like
what
20.
The heck?
I used to have like 20, and then I was like, I don't need more than half of these, and cleared them because I never opened them.
I keep them open for times like this.
Just decline.
Looks like your browser is outdated.
For times like this.
Yeah, for times like this.
Just close it, Mandy. It's outdated. Anyway, so the shirt, while Mandy is pulling it up, is...
where is it? Oh, it's in our Spotify link, isn't it?
No, it's on our Instagram, though.
Oh, well, I can't get to
Instagram, why not?
Because I don't have enough data for Instagram, so I turned it off.
What?
I turned off my data for
Wi-Fi?
Instagram.
I
don't know.
No? What?
Yeah.
Anyway, the shirt is... I like the design. It is one that we've been talking about for a while on the podcast. It's a Dark Coffee shirt.
Yes!
I made a Dark Coffee shirt.
I do not remember what that is from, to this day.
It's from one of our older episodes, and we were talking about, like, pumpkin spice flavor, and I think I was talking about how I don't like coffee.
Yeah, it just tastes like dirt.
It tastes like dirt. And then we have dirt coffee merch.
Dirt coffee.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's got like this little dirt coffee like in the corner, and then a big dirt coffee on the back with like sun rays around it. It's pretty cool.
I need to get that.
Yeah. Okay, so anything else from 2024? Like the musical, like the band. Camp was really good.
Camp was really good.
It's always really good. I don't think we've had a bad Kids Away's camp while we've been on it.